The morning sun spilled into the house, but little Hania, only 6 years old, sat quietly on the sofa with her school bag. She looked up at her father, who was scrolling on his phone, smiling at messages from someone else. "Daddy," she said softly, tugging his sleeve. "Will you drop me today?" He barely glanced at her. Yeah, sit. I'll take you later." Her eyes brightened. She always wanted her father's attention, even if it came in small moments. She didn't know that his heart had drifted far away, toward another woman and her child. Later that day, he took her along while running errands. Hania held his hand tightly, hoping he would talk to her, play with her, or ask about school. But instead, his eyes lit up only when his phone buzzed. He laughed, typed quickly, and ignored the little hand in his. When they reached a shopping mall, he parked the car and turned to her. "Stay inside. I'll be back soon." "Daddy, can I come too?" she asked, her eyes pleading. "No, just wait. It won't take long." He closed the door, locked the car, and walked away. At first, Hania hummed a song, drawing little shapes on the window with her finger. But as the minutes stretched, the car grew hotter. Sweat dripped down her forehead. She began to feel thirsty, her chest heavy. She picked up the small phone her mother had given her for emergencies. With trembling fingers, she called her father. "Daddy, it's too hot. Can you come?" "Don't be silly," he replied, sounding annoyed. "I told you I'll be quick. Just sit quietly." Then he hung up, turning back to laugh with the other woman's child in his arms. Hania tried again. "Daddy, please. I can't breathe." Again, he ignored the call. In her office, the mother, Aisha, was in a meeting when her phone vibrated. Seeing her daughter's name, she excused herself and answered. "Mommy." The little voice was weak. "It's so hot. I called Daddy, but he didn't come." Aisha's heart stopped. "Where are you, baby?" "Where are you?" "I'm in the car." Daddy locked it. "I'm scared." Aisha's hands shook. She dialed her husband immediately. "Where is she?" "You locked her in the car? Are you out of your mind?" He laughed dismissively. "Relax, she's fine. Don't overreact. I know how to take care of her. You don't understand. She's not fine. Open the car right now," she screamed, but he ended the call. Aisha rushed out, her car racing through traffic, prayers falling from her lips. Her heart pounded with every second lost. She kept calling her daughter, but now the little voice grew weaker. "Mommy, please come. It's dark. I'm sleepy." "No, no, no. Stay awake, my love. Mommy's coming." She reached the parking lot, her eyes scanning wildly until she saw the car. She ran, yanked the handle, but it was locked. With tears streaming, she smashed the glass with her elbow until it broke, cutting her skin. She pulled her daughter out, her tiny body limp and burning hot. "Hania, baby, wake up. Please open your eyes," Aisha cried, shaking her gently. She pressed her to her chest, sobbing, screaming for help, but it was too late. The long hours of heat and suffocation had taken her child away. At the hospital, the doctor shook his head. "I'm sorry. She's gone." The world shattered around Aisha. She collapsed beside the lifeless body, kissing the little hands that once clapped with joy. Her phone buzzed again. It was her husband. She stared at it with hatred and pain. Then she switched it off. The funeral was quiet, filled with sorrow. Friends and relatives stood by Aisha, but one face was missing. The father's. He did not come. Perhaps out of shame, perhaps out of selfishness. Standing by the small grave, Aisha whispered, "My angel, you called for him. But he never came. I heard you and I came, but I was too late. Forgive me, my love. I will never forgive him." Her tears fell on the fresh soil. That day, she cut all ties with the man who had chosen another woman's child over his own. He was left to live with the haunting memory of unanswered calls and a silence that would never leave him. "Daddy," I called, "but you didn't come." Those words became the echo of his life, his punishment, his regret, his eternal curse. The house felt like a graveyard after the funeral. The toys lay untouched in one corner, the little pink shoes still neatly placed near the door, as if Hania might come running back any second to wear them. But she never would. Aisha sat on the bed with a small wooden box. Inside it were gifts she had collected for her daughter's birthdays. Every year she would buy something special, wrap it with love, and keep it safe until the day came. She opened the box slowly, tears wetting her cheeks. "Baby, look. Mommy bought you this doll for your 7th birthday. she whispered, holding up a doll with golden hair and a bright dress. You said you wanted one that talks. Now she will never hear your voice. Her fingers trembled as she pulled out another small package. And this necklace? I thought when you turned 10 you'd wear it on your school function. I thought I'd clap the loudest in the hall. She pressed the necklace to her chest, sobbing. But you left before you could ever wear it. On the side table lay a photo frame. Hania with messy hair holding an ice cream, her face lit up with laughter. Aisha touched the picture gently. Do you remember, baby? That day you said, Mommy, don't eat fast, let's eat together. You always wanted to share, even your chocolate. My sweet girl, how will I live without you? She remembered the nights when Hania couldn't sleep. Mommy, sing me the moon song, she would say. Curling in her mother's arms, Aisha would hum softly until her little one drifted into dreams. Now the bed was empty. The silence was louder than any cry. Meanwhile, the father sat in his car staring at his phone. Dozens of missed calls from his daughter and from his wife stared back at him like ghosts. He finally learned what had happened, that his child had died in the same car he had locked her in. For hours he couldn't breathe. He replayed every call in his head. Daddy, it's hot. Daddy, I can't breathe. Daddy, please come. And his own voice, cold, careless, dismissive. She's fine. Don't overreact. He slammed his fists against the steering wheel until his hands bled. Tears he had never shed before poured out uncontrollably. God, what have I done? My baby. My baby called me and I didn't come. The other woman, the one who had stolen his attention, didn't matter anymore. Her child didn't matter. Nothing mattered. He had lost the one innocent soul who loved him unconditionally. Days later, he stood outside Aisha's door. She opened it, her eyes swollen but fierce. Why are you here? She asked coldly. He fell to his knees, trembling. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I was blind. Please forgive me. She shook her head, clutching the wooden box of unopened gifts. You didn't just lose a daughter. You killed the trust of a child who waited for you until her last breath. She begged for your love, and you gave it to someone else. He wept like a broken man. I hear her voice every night, calling me. I can't escape it. Good, she whispered bitterly. That is your punishment. Live with her last words echoing in your ears. I don't need you anymore. My daughter needed you, and you failed her. She closed the door, leaving him sobbing on the cold floor. He wandered to the grave the next morning. For hours he sat beside the little mound of earth, clawing at it with his bare hands as if he could reach her. Hania, Daddy's here now. Daddy's sorry. Please come back, please. But the grave stayed silent. The wind carried only the whisper of his own regret. For the first time he understood the weight of neglect, a weight that would crush him every single day of his life. Aisha held the doll meant for her daughter's 7th birthday. She kissed it and placed it gently back in the box. Sleep peacefully, my love, she whispered. Mommy will carry your memories forever. He may have regret, but I will keep your love alive. The story closed on 2 broken parents. One living with love and memory, the other living with regret and guilt, both bound forever by the little voice that once said, Mommy, Daddy, don't leave me alone. If you love this story, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment where you're watching from. It means the world.